What if you could start a business without renting an office, hiring a large team, or spending years building complicated technology? AI has changed something important. A single person can now use software to research, write, design, analyze information, create media, and automate repetitive tasks. But here's the question: which of these capabilities can actually become a business? First, understand one important distinction. AI itself isn't the business. AI is infrastructure. The business exists when you use that infrastructure to solve a problem. Why are 7 AI businesses you can start in 2026? First, understand one important distinction. AI itself isn't the business. AI is infrastructure. The business exists when you use that infrastructure to solve a problem that someone actually cares about. Almost every successful service business follows a simple formula. Find a problem, create a solution. Find someone who has that problem. Deliver the solution. Get paid. Then improve the process until you can repeat it. Large companies already have technology departments, marketing teams, analysts, and automation specialists. Small businesses often don't. That creates an opportunity for specialized service providers who can bring useful technology to businesses that don't have the time or expertise to build it themselves. Business number 1 is an AI-powered content agency. Businesses need content constantly: social posts, short videos, advertisements, emails, product descriptions, blog articles. The problem isn't always knowing what to say. The problem is producing useful content consistently. AI can speed up parts of this workflow. You can use it to brainstorm ideas, create first drafts, repurpose long videos into short clips, generate variations of advertisements, and organize a content calendar. But human review still matters. AI can produce content quickly. It doesn't automatically understand a customer's brand, reputation, or audience perfectly. Potential customers include restaurants, real estate agents, local retailers, coaches, professional services, online stores, and other businesses that depend on attention. Here's a simple example. Suppose a business pays $500 per month for a content package. 5 clients would produce $2,500 in monthly revenue. 10 clients would produce $5,000. But remember, revenue isn't profit. Software, advertising, taxes, labor, sales costs, and your own time all matter. Business number 2 is AI automation. This opportunity comes from a simple observation. Businesses repeat the same tasks every day. Imagine a company receives 100 customer inquiries every week. Employees spend hours answering questions that are almost identical. An automation system could handle common questions, collect customer information, route qualified leads, and notify an employee when human attention is needed. But good automation isn't about replacing every human interaction. Some problems require judgment, empathy, or accountability. The better approach is to automate predictable tasks and send complicated situations to people. Business number 3 is AI-assisted video production. Video has become one of the most powerful ways for businesses and creators to communicate, but producing video traditionally requires scripting, filming, editing, graphics, captions, music, and distribution. You could specialize. For example, short videos for restaurants, property videos for real estate agents, product videos for online stores, educational videos for coaches. The narrower the problem, the easier it can be to create a clear offer. Business number 4 is AI-assisted social media management. The opportunity isn't simply posting random pictures. The real service is helping a business consistently communicate with its target customers. A smart social media service starts with the customer. Who are they? What problems do they have? What questions do they ask? Why should they trust this business? AI can help generate content from those answers, but the strategy has to come from understanding the business. Business number 5 is digital products. Horror. Instead of selling your time every time someone needs something, you can create a digital asset that can be delivered repeatedly, but creating a digital product doesn't automatically make it valuable. The product needs to solve a specific problem. A generic ebook about productivity is competing with thousands of free resources. A specialized template that saves a business owner several hours every week has a much clearer value proposition. Business number 6 is AI-assisted research. Businesses make decisions based on information. They want to understand competitors, customers, markets, pricing, reviews, trends, and opportunities. But simply collecting information isn't enough. A valuable research service turns information into something useful. What changed? Why does it matter? What should the business investigate next? What decision could this information support? Business number 7 is AI-assisted lead generation. And this one connects directly to something almost every business wants: customers. A lead generation service can help identify potential customers, organize prospects, personalize outreach, and track responses. The goal isn't to spam thousands of people. The goal is to find relevant prospects and create legitimate reasons for them to have a conversation. Here's where beginners often make a mistake. They focus on how many messages they send. Businesses care about outcomes: how many qualified leads, how many appointments, how many customers, how much revenue did the campaign help generate. So let's put the 7 ideas together. Don't choose based only on which one sounds exciting. Choose based on 3 things. Do businesses actually have the problem? Can you create a measurable result? And can you deliver the service consistently? You also don't need to build a giant company on day 1. Start with one customer. Solve one problem. Document what you did. Improve the process. Then find another customer. This is where a service can start becoming a real business. At first, you do everything yourself. Then you create templates. Then checklists. Then automation. Then you can potentially delegate parts of the work. That's the real opportunity. AI can act as leverage. It can help one person research faster, create faster, analyze information faster, and automate repetitive processes. But leverage only matters when it's attached to something valuable. The biggest mistake is starting with the technology. Someone discovers a new AI tool and immediately asks, "How can I make money with this?" A better question is, what expensive, frustrating, or time-consuming problem can this tool help solve? Think of the journey as a ladder. First, learn a useful skill. Then sell that skill as a service. Then specialize. Then create systems. Then build recurring revenue where appropriate. And eventually, if the economics work, turn the operation into an asset. AI isn't a shortcut to guaranteed money. It is a tool that can lower the cost and time required to perform certain kinds of work. The people who benefit most won't necessarily be the people using the most AI. They'll be the people who understand customers, solve real problems, deliver quality, and use AI to do it more efficiently. Remember this formula. Find a problem. Create a useful solution. Get your first customer. Deliver real value. Measure the result. Build a repeatable system. Then scale carefully. AI is changing how businesses work. And you don't need to build the next giant AI company to participate. You can start much smaller. Find one problem. Solve it better. And let the business grow from there. If you want more practical AI business ideas, subscribe for the next video.